Listen, I got another special entrepreneur interview loading up right now. Donovan, he's on his way. It's going to be a crazy entrepreneur interview. Buckle up. We're going to be diving into these commercial loans and doing our thing with this real estate. I cannot wait for him to pull up. Be on the lookout. Stack Pack Show. Let's go.
Want a slice? Got to roll the dice. That's why all my life I've been grinding all my life. Look, I'm married to this game. That's who I made my wife. Said I die alone. I told that bitch she probably right. One thing that's for sure, not a stranger to this life. Got a safe that's full of Franklins and a shoulder full of stripes. Don't know a nigga like myself. I say self-made, meaning I design myself. County jail fade, you can pull my foul yourself. Spot raid, swallow rocks, I'm getting high myself. Look, damn right I like the life I built. I'm from West Side 60, shit I might got killed. Standing so tall, they think I might got stills. Legendary baller like Mike, like Will.
It's gonna be a crazy interview. I'm telling you, anytime we got special guests coming up, right? Anytime we got people coming through, it's always a fire interview. Fire, all the time, always fire guests. Today I got Donovan coming through, right? He's gonna be chopping it up with me. It's another entrepreneur interview for the Stack Pack Show. So look, Donovan, I'm passing it back to you, man. Introduce yourself to my audience, man. Tell them what you do, man, and where you from. Let's go.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Thanks for having me on, man. Donovan Gaspard. I am originally from Los Angeles, California, born and raised, live in Maryland. I have two kids, one in college, the other one on the way to high school next year. Serial entrepreneur, investor, real estate agent in Maryland. Also, I'm a loan broker, commercial loan broker as well. Just been trying to expand and grow my businesses right now, man, and love to be here on the Stack Show, bro. Appreciate you.
Look, man, we in the building. We appreciate you for being on here too. Man, the first question I got for you, Donovan, is what made you want to get into this? What was that thing you said, you know what, I'm going all the way in with this and there's nothing that's going to stop me? Do you remember that time? Over to you. Let's go.
Yeah, man. It's crazy because, it was always one of those things, growing up, in the inner city, being around predominantly black and brown folks, you know what I'm saying, man. I really wanted to really, change some of the things that I saw on TV. I saw so many different things where people were making big changes and doing a lot of big things and having nice things. And I really saw how real estate and investing in the real estate in that realm has been pretty much stable, for history. California is one of the bigger places, especially when it comes to real estate, where you literally, I think anywhere else, it takes about, 10 years for your equity to grow and double. In California, it takes only a couple of years. And I would see so many people make so much money, especially in the inner city, where, we had a lot of kind of redlining in a sense, and looking back at it now, I can see it. But I see how it was one of those things where, I really wanted to change that. I really want to give our people an opportunity to see and achieve, great things within real estate. And I've been dealing with a lot of great people, and they've been motivating me. They've been talking to me. They've been telling me, you can do it. You got this. This is nothing that's outside of you. So I really got into that, really just to give back to my people and to help them out and educate them and give them the opportunities that, that we really didn't have growing up.
Come on, Donovan. We diving all the way in. If you guys are just joining, we're talking to Donovan. It's another entrepreneur fire interview. So look, Donovan, my next question for you is collaboration, man. How have you used collaboration in your industry today? Let's get into the collaboration piece. Let's talk.
Dude, it's crazy you say that, man. Collaboration is basically what I live by, man. I love partnering with people, man. I love partnering with, people who have more experience than me, people who have less experience than me. Just for the simple fact that, I feel like there is way more than enough for everybody to get a piece. You know what I'm saying? There's so much out there, so much opportunity. And I feel like you only get more by working with people and collaborating with people and, teaming with people and then building them up, and you learn something from them and they learn something from you. And I feel like it's really, it's kind of I always call it like a mastermind session. You know what I'm saying? Like you legitimately, you get into a room with somebody and, you spitball an idea, and just to hear people people's different perspective of that idea and how it can grow and turn into something big. You know what I mean? Like, just sit, like I said, just to have a conversation with people and collaborate and talking to them and just seeing how these small ideas can go to big things because you've given a different perspective to somebody else, or from somebody else. Yeah, man, I prefer to collaborate with people, to network, to do a lot of partnerships, just because I feel like it is giving back and it is less, and the benefit of it is less of a risk for the individual. You know what I'm saying? So you both are kind of taking on, or depending on how many people you get in a group, taking on a risk, but it's a lower risk, but it's a lower return, but it's still one of those things that you can take that and you can learn from it. So it's a great opportunity for people to get in and just work together. I'm a basketball player, bro. So I'm used to working in teams and distributing the ball and distributing funds and things like that. So we often get a little bit.
That's what it's about, man. It's about collaboration, all being on the
Absolutely.
Same team, brother. I appreciate you, Donovan.
Absolutely.
Look, let's keep diving in. We got a special guest on the Stack Pack Show. I want to keep diving in with him. My next question is for you, man, is how are you using some of these tools to stay ahead? Because everything is getting fast-paced. How are you staying innovative nowadays? Let's talk about the innovation and what you're doing nowadays to stay ahead, or just, keep up with the field in general, man, Over to you, man. Let's chop this up.
So, yeah, man, and it kind of goes back to the whole idea of collaboration, you know what I mean? Because you're able to see and get visions of other people's ideas. And I think that when you share an idea, right, you kind of gain a little momentum, you know what I mean? I call it like a snowball effect. That as it goes down the hill, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, you know what I mean? Some people try to hold their ideas and try to hold those things, and what they figured out is like to themselves. But truly, the only way that you can, the best way to make money is by talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody's going to pay for that service. If Stack came to me and said, bro, you came to me and you tell me like, man, Donovan, I can do this for you tomorrow. And I'm looking at you like, man, I've never heard that before. But if you tell me, you explain it to me, it's like, man, I got to get on top of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of opportunity. People just have to listen to each other, man. I think that, something I've always been told is that you learn way more by listening than you do by talking. And by hearing other people's ideas and other ways to get ahead and kind of stay ahead of the curve, man, you'd be surprised what someone else's ideas can actually do for you. So again, it's all about pouring into each other, bro.
I feel like it's the ideas feeding off the energy, feeding off of each other,
Exactly.
feeding off of them great ideas, right? Told y'all, Fire Entrepreneur Interview. Look, Donovan, I'm getting into some more questions. I got some more things to ask you. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years, man? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years with this whole, commercial loaning, commercial lending, everything, man? Let's talk about it. Let's chop it up, man.
Man, 5 years from now, bro. I know it's crazy, but I'll be 50. Oh, man. That's crazy to even think about. But no, I see it as I pay for my daughter's way through school, through college. You know what I mean? She wants to be a doctor. I got to be here to support that and take care of her on that. So, and my son, obviously, I would hope he graduates college by then. My daughter will be on her way to college or in her first year in college. So I just want to be able to provide the financial freedom for them, along with myself, right, and be able to just do the things that I want to be able to do that a lot of my family hadn't been able to do as well, and just give back to my family and give back to my friends. Create a nonprofit, for educating, people when it comes to financial literacy. Especially, like I said, our people, brown, black and brown people are, the least educated when it comes to financial knowledge. And, I really want to continue that trend. I feel like it's a lot of us in this industry now. I see what I've seen thus far in the past, couple of years, man. I've seen so many of our people like really come up and get educated and reading a lot more and getting more knowledge and sharing that knowledge with each other. Because, it's not about the knowledge that you have and the knowledge it's about how you apply that knowledge, man. And I want to be able to do that for my kids and put them in a position to where they can actually continue that legacy of, financial literacy and, give back to, my family. Because, again, we all come from that aspect of nobody knew, how to bank. Nobody knew how to save money. Nobody knew how to, understand credit and understood, what it takes to purchase a house. You know, things like that, man. Little things like, you know, that I know other people or other cultures are relatively used to, but in ours we weren't, man. We really didn't see that a whole lot. You know, we've been used to renting, and we've been used to, you know, buying old cars and fixing them up. You know what I mean? As opposed to buying a new car and understanding, you know, interest rates and things like that. So I really want to educate, you know, our people in that aspect, because I feel it needs to be in high schools. It should be a prerequisite before you graduate, is understanding how to balance a checkbook, what credit is, what's good debt, what's bad debt. I really want to try to push something like that into schools. I think that'll be a huge impact for a lot of people.
Come on, man. Pushing it into schools, making a big impact. I got Donovan in here, man. This is a fire entrepreneur interview. Look, Donovan, where could they find you at, man? What do you have coming soon for 2024? And where could they find you at on social media before this interview is over, man? Where could they get with you? Where could they find your socials and where you're at and websites? Yeah,
you can find me. Yeah, for sure. You can find me on IG at Donovan, Donovan Gaspard. That's Gaspard. So again, that's Donovan, Donovan Gaspard. That's at my IG. You can check out my website for Get On Point, and that's getonpt.com. And I have another website coming out here shortly. I don't have it as of right now. I have it, but I haven't updated the site. But I'm on Facebook, on Twitter at D the Fit Realtor. That's on it's not Twitter now, it's X, right? Yeah, man, that's kind of pretty much where I'm at. I mean, you can find me on. You can just search my name under on Facebook, and follow me there. But I'm not. I think I've reached my max capacity for friends on Facebook, so you can just follow me.
Let's go. I had Donovan in here, and Donovan, any more last final words before we get out of here, man? It was a fire interview, bro. You chopped it up with me. We're gonna have to do like part 2 of this or something. Any last words?
Let's see, man. Well, again, I really appreciate you, bro, for having me on, man, and kind of, you know, taking the time to delve in a little bit more on me. I feel like I got a lot of things coming up. I'm excited about my future. Like you said, we talked about collaboration. I got some things potentially collaborating with some, you know, very huge people within our realm, and I'm really excited about that. So keep my fingers crossed. You know, I'll plan for the best. You know, and you know, if I'll plan for, I'll wait to see how things go. I don't have any expectations. I typically try to manage my expectations with stuff, but if things go the way that I hope they do, it's going to be some big stuff, dude. So I'm excited.
Come on, man. Donovan was in the building. I told you guys, anytime we do a fire interview, it's going to be somebody fire with expertise diving in. Donovan, we appreciate you, man. This episode will be out on StackPackPodcast.com, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and other platforms. Donovan, we appreciate you, man. Cannot wait to collaborate and chop it up with you even more on more episodes. Thank you again. Let's go.
Sir. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you.